Hey, you guys. So, back again with another message from the Lord. God got me reading the book of Daniel. Um, and so in this book of Daniel, God is like really talking to me about different things. But when I was reading this particular chapter, chapter 4, and I'm gonna have to do some reading. God was letting me know the tree will be cut down, right? Nebuchadnezzar, he had a dream and it scared him. And he didn't understand what it meant, but um Daniel explained the dream to him and what it meant. And y'all, God send warning before destruction. He does send warnings in dreams, but it's up to us to really take those warnings um, and adhere to those warnings, um, because warning because comes before destruction. But I'm gonna read Daniel chapter 4 verses 19. I'm gonna start at the 19th verse, and this is under Daniel explains the dream. Upon hearing this, Daniel, also known as Belteshazzar, was overcome at a time, frightened by the meaning of the dream. The king said to him, Belteshazzar, don't be alarmed by the dream and what it means. Belteshazzar replied, which is Daniel, I wish the events foreshadowed in his dream would happen to your enemies, my lord, and not you. The tree you saw was growing very tall and strong, reaching high into the heavens for all the world to see. It had a fresh green leaves and was loaded with fruits from all the earth. Wild animals lived in its shades and birds nested in its branches. That tree, your majesty, is you, for you have grown strong and great. Your greatness reaches to the heaven, and you have ruled to the end of the earth. Then you saw a messenger, a holy one, coming down from heaven and saying, cut down the tree and destroy it, but leave the stumps and roots in the ground, bound with a band of iron and bronze and surrounded by tender grass. Let him be drenched with the dew of heaven. Let him live with the animals of the fields for 7 periods of time. This is what that dream means, your majesty, and what the Most High has declared will happen to my lord, the king. You will be driven from human society, and you will live in the fields with the wild animals. And you will eat grass like a cow, and you will be drenched with the dew of heaven. 7 periods of time will pass while you live this way, until you learn that the Most High rules over the kingdoms of the world and gives them to anyone he chooses. But the stump and roots of the tree were left in the ground. This means that you will receive your kingdom back again when you have learned that heaven's rule. King Nebuchadnezzar, please accept my advice. Stop sinning and do what is right. Break from your wicked past and be merciful to the poor. Perhaps you will continue to prosper. Perhaps then you will continue to prosper. So Nebuchadnezzar was warned about his sinful ways and not being merciful to the poor and things of that nature. Still didn't listen. So I'm gonna have to read on. So in verse 28, the dream was fulfilled. By all these things did happen to King Nebuchadnezzar. 12 months later, he was taking a walk on the flat roof of the royal palace in Babylon. 12 months later, y'all, a year later. God gave him a year to get it right. As he looked out across the city, he said, look at the great city of Babylon. By my own mighty power, I have built this beautiful city as my royal residence to display my majestic splendor. Praising himself. While these words were still in his mouth, a voice called down from heaven, O King Nebuchadnezzar, this message is for you. You are no longer the ruler of this kingdom. You will be driven from human society. You will live in the fields with the wild animals, and you will eat grass like a cow. 7 periods of time will pass when you live this way. While you live this way, until you learn that the Most High rules over the kingdoms of the world and gives them to anyone he chooses. That same hour the judgment was fulfilled, and Nebuchadnezzar was driven from human society. He ate grass like a cow. He was drenched with the dew of heaven. He lived there. He lived this way until his hair was as long as eagle feathers and his nails was like birds' claws. Y'all, God was letting me know the tree will be cut down. We are seeing this play out. Like I said, y'all, there's nothing new under the sun. And we are seeing people in our world, in our judicial system, wanting to operate as kings, want to live very, very sinful lives, wanting to oppress the poor even more than what they are already oppressed. God does not take those type of things lightly. And they have been warned over and over and over again. But God was letting me know that judgment is coming. I told you guys before that judgment was coming in a different word. To the judicial system, to the White Houses, and to different places and areas, even the church, because God is tired of people and what they are doing in their wicked ways and their sinful ways. And God will give people a while to give it together. He'll give people second chances, and He give them a while to get it together. He gave Nebuchadnezzar 12 months. 12 months. That number is significant. The number 12 is governmental order. That means governmental order. And then 7 years or 7 periods of time, which means 7 years that he had to live that way. Well, 7 is the number of perfection and completion. Like, so the time frame was very, very prophetic. So God is giving people time, and they might be halfway through their 12 months or coming up on our 12 months for God to give them for before judgment hits. Because like I said, God, we do serve a God of mercy. We do serve a God of grace. And God does give people time to get it together. But when He see you not getting it together, He will start dealing with you in judgment. And it wasn't until after 7 years until Nebuchadnezzar got his kingdom back. But he had to pray reverence to God and put God first. And God is tired of people that are not putting Him first, that are not paying reverence to Him, and they know who He is. Like I said before, in the Nebuchadnezzar, he knew about this God because Daniel told him about his God. He knew that the God that Daniel served was real because Daniel had prophesied a dream to him before, and he knew that the God that he served was real. But he chose to bow down and worship the one true living God. He didn't want to change from his ways. And so God is going to deal with that in its hour, because we got so many people that think they are higher than God, and that's not so. That they are the one true living king, and they're untouchable and they're unstoppable and can't. Oh, they're about to see in this season. That's why, y'all, I love reading the word, because ain't nothing new up under the sun. And I just love to see the word just play out in our time, because the word was written in a different time, but just to see the word play out in our time, it amazes me. Because it let us know that the God, lets me truly know that the God that we serve is definitely real and definitely don't take things lightly. But also, just like I said, to see it play out in our time and see the word manifest in our time, it hits different. And it makes you really want to stay in your word and be like, okay, God, what's next? That's how I be thinking about when it comes to the word. But just know, y'all, that the tree will be cut down. Go read Daniel chapter 4. I started at the 19th verse and I read down to the 33rd verse. But go read it for yourself. Just know that the tree will be cut down. What's going on in this season, in this hour, God is not taking it lightly. God is actually giving them time to get themselves together, get themselves time to repent and to turn to Him and from their wicked ways. But judgment is going to hit, y'all. Because sometimes it takes that. It takes people to be stripped, and it takes people to be cut down in order for them to stop what they're doing. Okay? So I love you guys. Stay encouraged, and I will chat with you all later.